Hello friends, welcome back. I've been growing out my natural nails on my right hand and protecting them using Apex method with dip powder, and it's time for a backfill. I thought you might find this helpful, so here I am to share my process with you all. So as you can see, I do have a little bit of grow out, so I probably did this about 2 or so weeks ago, and I just applied nail polish on top. The polish I'm wearing is Mooncat's Werewolf's Bane. I've been so obsessed with the colors in their new collection, and I just love how easy it is to apply and remove nail polish from my dip powder overlay. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. This is completely optional because you're going to do filing anyway, but I'm going to remove my nail polish first for a little less filing. So I've been really loving using this nail polish remover pot. This is from Olive & June. This is their acetone free, and that's really important because I only want to remove the nail polish. Acetone will start to break down my dip powder and I want to do a backfill. I don't want to completely remove it. So I don't want to apply acetone to my nails. I just want to remove that nail polish. So it's got this little sponge in there. So you just stick your finger into those slots and then move it from side to side to kind of scrub it. And it just removes the nail polish so well and so quickly. I never want to go back to like using those cotton pads and nail polish remover. This just makes it so much easier. So I went ahead and removed all the nail polish from my nails, so you can see that's what my dip powder overlay looks like. And then before I get into my overlay, I want to file off most of the bulk of my dip powder. And then especially at the cuticle area and sidewalls, if I have any lifting, I want to make sure that I remove that. So be very careful. If you're going to do a backfill, you have to remove all the lifting if you see any signs, or else you could trap in moisture and cause greenies. So every once in a while, I like to dust off the dust to make sure to see where I'm at. So I dust it off and I see that there's just a little tiny bit of lifting at the cuticle area. So I'm going to keep filing there. It's a lot quicker and easier with an e-file, but I wanted to show you that you don't always have to use an e-file. So I'm just using my hand file and I'm filing down the majority of the dip powder. I'm not going to completely remove it, but the less bulky it is, the better. And then once I've removed the majority of my dip powder, I'm going to clean up my cuticle area. So this is my glass cuticle pusher from Bona Fide Beauty. I absolutely love this, and it comes in this really cute travel leather pouch. So I'm just taking the slanted end and I'm pushing back my cuticles because you want to make sure that you're removing any cuticles because that can cause lifting. And then with the pointy end, just very gently, I'm scraping away any invisible cuticle. You don't want to dig, so it's kind of parallel to my nail where I'm just kind of scraping away any invisible cuticle. And once I'm done with my cuticle work, I'm going to take some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe off any of the dust and any of the gunk from what I cleaned up from my cuticles, just to make sure that my nails are as clean as possible. I went ahead and did the rest of my fingers off camera, so you can see most of the dip powder is removed. So before I get into the overlay, I want to make sure that I'm removing any of the excess oils on my nails. So I'm going to be using this prep. This is basically a dehydrator. So it's only really important for your natural nail. So anywhere I can see my natural nail is where I'm going to apply that prep. So just around that cuticle area and a little bit of the sidewalls is where I'm applying that prep. And that's going to make sure it's going to dry out any of the excess oils, because oils on your nails can cause lifting. I'm going to use the same color that I already have on my nails. So this is Glow with the Flow from All Powdered Up. This is one of my favorite colors, and it has such a beautiful blue glow. So I'm going ahead and mixing that up. I'll be using my dip base. Now, when you do Apex method, you usually start with a strip down the center of your nail, but since I already have dip powder on my nail, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to do almost my entire nail, but I'm staying away from my cuticle area and sidewalls. So I'm dipping into the dip powder, and then once that's completely dry, I'm going to scrub off any of the excess powder. For my second layer, I'm going a little bit closer to my cuticle area and sidewalls, but still don't want to touch them. So just a little bit shy of that area, and then I'm dipping into the dip powder to make sure that I'm absorbing all that dip base, tap off the excess powder. If it's still a little wet, I can dip back in. And then in between each layer, I'm making sure that I'm scrubbing with a stiff scrub brush. For my third layer, that's when I'm getting my entire nail. So I'm kind of, because I'm doing so many layers, I do 4 in total, I'm staying away from my cuticle area and sidewalls on the first and second layer. because those are the areas that I want the least amount of bulk. So staying away from that and just doing the cuticle area and sidewalls in my third and fourth layer, ensure that it's not too bulky in those areas and it looks more natural. So I'm cleaning up my cuticle area and sidewalls using a precision tool, scrubbing off the excess powder, and then doing my fourth and final layer. And this is also going to be a full dip on my entire nail, making sure I've got everything covered. So you can see like the middle of my nail where I need the most amount of strength, that's where the most amount of bulk is. And it's going to be a little, you know, bulky and lumpy, but we're going to fix that with filing. So don't worry about that. Just make sure that you have enough structure and strength when you're doing the apex method. So I'm cleaning up around my cuticle area and sidewalls with my precision tool because excess product on your skin can cause lifting. And then I'm going to scrub off the excess powder. And because this is a sheer powder, that's why I use a stiff scrub brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate. Because I have 4 layers of dip powder, I'm going to apply a little excess of activator because I want to make sure that it's penetrating through all layers of the dip powder. So here's how all the nails are looking after I did them off camera. So you can see they're a little bulky, they're a little lumpy, but like I said, we're going to fix that, so don't worry about that. So once again, I'm going to show you my thumb. I know it's ready because when I hit my file to my nail, it kind of makes like a hollow clicking sound. That's when you know your dip powder is cured and hardened. So I start with cleaning up my shape a little bit, cleaning up around the cuticle area and sidewalls. That's why I love these skinny nail files that I get off of Amazon because they just tuck in there nicely. And so now that I've cleaned up around the cuticle area and sidewalls, cleaned up my shape a little bit, I'm going to start smoothing out the surface of my nail, reducing some of the bulk and smoothing it out. So I'm just filing on the surface, and you can kind of see here, because my right hand is my dominant hand, for the most part, I just kind of hold the file with my left hand, and then I move my right hand to file it just because my left hand is pretty useless most of the time. I went ahead and finished up the rest of my nails off camera, so here's how they're looking. So you can see they're not bulky, they're smooth. This is definitely a trust the process, and this method is so worth it, especially if you want to protect your natural nails from breakage. But because I'm going to apply nail polish on top, and I'm actually going to use peel base this time, I want to top coat my nails. So I applied a layer of activator to my nails, let it dry for a full 2 minutes, and then I'm going to apply my dip top coat. So I applied my first layer, let it dry, and then going in with my second layer, and then I'm going to let that dry. I'm doing the rest of my nails off camera. And now that I've top coated, I'm going to apply my peel base. So my favorite peel base to use is the Halo Taco Peely base. It dries in about 2 to 3 minutes, and it just works so well for me. So the reason why I top coated is because peel base works best on a smooth surface. If you're not going to use peel base and you're going straight in with your nail polish, just file the surface of your dip powder just to rough it up a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. You just don't want it to be too smooth so your nail polish can grip to it. But because I'm using peel base, I need a smooth surface. And after 2 to 3 minutes, my peel base is completely dry. So now I'm ready to get into my nail polish application. I told you I've been obsessed with Mooncat's newest collection, and this is one of the shades in them. This is Deadly Nightshade, and it is such a crazy shifting polish. Like, there are shifts of purple and blue and green and yellow. It is just so cool. It's going to look a little bit darker on me because I have that base color of purple, but I love it even more. And I will say this though, polishing with my non-dominant hand is not an easy task. So I'm just being really careful, really slow, but I do have my cleanup tools handy and ready because I always have some cleanup to do when I'm doing nail polish. So I'm just being very slow. I'm applying it in about 3 strokes. I don't want to overwork the polish, and if I make any mistakes, I'm using the Vanisher. This is their cleanup brush. I'm just tapping that into some of that nail polish remover that from the 𝓷𝓸𝓽𝓮𝓷𝓽 pot, because I find the easiest way to clean up nail polish when you make a mess is to do it when it's still wet. Use a really good cleanup brush and apply some acetone or nail polish remover to that brush. Not too much. You don't want it to flood all over, but just a little bit on your brush, and then clean that up, and that's what works best for me. So I'm going to actually do 2 layers of this polish, but the one thing I'll say before I let you watch is I have a layer of peel base underneath. If you want your nail polish to last, do not use peel base. Peel base works extremely well on regular air dry nail polish. I'm talking like an hour or 2 and I'll start getting peeling, so just keep that in mind. And you already know the drill. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles with my Scales of a Mermaid cuticle oil. This is their newest limited edition scent, Quiet Floré, and I am so obsessed with this. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and you can see it's already half gone. On the front end, it's very fruity, like I smell a lot of mango pineapple type scent. But on the back end, it's got a very subtle floral scent, but I find it more fruity than I do floral. So if you don't like florals, don't let that scare you. But if you do any purchases from Scales of a Mermaid, I do have an affiliate code, so you can use code Genie10 to save 10% off your orders. So that pretty much wraps up today's video, and if you're still here, drop me a purple or a yellow emoji down below in the comments. I am so obsessed with the polish. Isn't the shiftiness of it so cool? If you haven't tried it yet and you do dip powder, seriously, try applying nail polish on top. I love how easy it is to change out your color. All you need is a non-acetone nail polish remover, and you don't disturb your dip powder. You can just change out the color so easily. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!